Hello there, students, and welcome back to another video from your favorite English school, which is English Solutions for Business and Life. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about marketing in general, because that's the name of our unit, Unit 8, for you, a pre-intermediate student. And don't forget, we're looking at our Market Leader book. This time around, we're going to be checking the vocabulary section. So pay a lot of attention, and if you have any further questions, you can ask your teacher in class. Don't forget this. Okay, well, today's lessons, there should be saying lesson. Today's lesson is about, why am I making these dummy mistakes? Lesson is about, word partnerships. Don't pay too much attention to the word, to this definition of word partnerships or this concept. Is basically just to announce together, creating a new concept, business concept, more specifically. For example, we have advertising and campaign. You put it together and you get a new concept. For example, our company is starting a new advertising campaign to attract new customers. So we're gonna check this one out later on. But they're very common, and if you're expressing yourself using in a business situation, in English of course, they can help you express yourself much better. Alright, we're going to be covering not all of them, but all the most common ones. Okay, the first one is market share. Well, you know that share means to give others what you have. But it's in this case, it's not really sharing that. It's just your part. You can say that market part. Like say our part of the cake. We can define it like that. Market share stands for the percentage of an industry or market's total sales that is earned by a particular company over a specific time period. Like how much of the total sales of a specific product or set of products did you sell? This is normally used or expressed in percentages, like say like 50% market share, etc., etc. You can ask your teacher for more explanation if required. We have an example here. Mitsubishi Australia has established its vehicle market share in April as the speculation continues around its parent company and the rescue plan. So as you can see, perhaps Mitsubishi is going through a bad moment. This is in order to have a rescue plan because probably sales are not doing very well in general. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Market research. Research stands for investigation. I'm going to use a different color so you can highlight a little bit here. Okay, investigation. Pretty much what scientists do. They investigate using a scientific method, of course. It's when a company studies a specific market in order to develop a strategy. So the objective is to develop strategies because what they want is to sell or to enter a specific market. So they first run research or investigation, and then they develop a strategy. Let's move on with the next one. Well, we have an example for this. In order to have more impact, we have been instructed to conduct a lot of market research before developing our new publicity. So we want to hit this. We want to have more impact in your customer. You have to run research. You have to conduct research. You have to investigate how your customer is behaving. What is he buying? Did he stop buying something, etc., etc. Okay, our next term is customer behavior. This is the when and how a customer buys products or services. This is the conduct, the way the customer is acting, the way someone acts. Of course, regarding the consumption of a product, when is he buying? What is he buying? When is he buying it? And how is he buying it? Is he buying it online? Is it going? Is this person or this group of people going to the mall to buy this product, etc., etc. Okay, and then a good example of this is we need to pay a lot of attention to our customer behavior if we want to increase sales over the next months. Yeah, so if we know how our customer is behaving, it is a lot easier to have this. Increase your sales, make it easy for the customer to buy your stuff. Provide different means of paying, like credit card, cash, etc., etc. There are a lot of different things we can actually be talking about this for a long time, but we won't because we don't have much time. Let's move on to the next concept. The next concept is customer profile. A profile is just like your Facebook profile. It is a set of information that defines something or someone. You want to have a good, expensive cars, have a good engine. They have great paint work. They are fast. They consume more gasoline. So all that information about something or someone is a profile. Our customer profile is the type of people your customers are. We're talking about background. We're talking about beliefs. We're talking about social status. This is all sometimes really important. How much is your customer currently making in general? Is he going to be able to pay for your service or your product? Beliefs. Okay, so my product has a good or bad reputation or certain reputation. Will this type of customer buy it or not? Background. We're talking about culture here. So it's also a very important thing to pay attention to when it comes to studying your customer profile. Example, our typical customer profile has changed in the last 5 years. They're not buying records. We're talking about CDs here. CDs, they still exist. You can still go to music shops and buy them. They're not buying records anymore. They prefer downloads and streaming services. Downloads such as iTunes. Well, I don't like using brands, but anyways, it's a lot easier for you to understand it that way. iTunes for downloads and maybe streaming service. We can talk about Spotify. Now these services are taking over. People are not buying records. They don't want to have the disc with them anymore. They want just to have the music at the ready on their devices. So this is because the customer profile has changed. Now they have different beliefs, different customs. Let's move on to the next one. Product launch. Now, when a product is launched, is to throw. Yeah, when you throw something, but in this case, it's when it comes out. Like when a movie has a launch, when it says coming soon. You probably have seen this expression before. Coming soon is because the movie will be launched or a product will be launched in a specific time period. The introduction of a product to the market. Yes, we're introducing something to the market. Normally there are conferences and videos and trailers, even like it's a movie, about our new product. Paying a lot of attention to its USP. USP means unique selling point. Yes, we normally point out what is this product. Okay, we have this product, and why should we buy it? What makes it different from the rest? So they all normally they point out the unique selling point to the customer so that the customer feels interested for it. Let's move on. We have an example for this. Our newest product launch is scheduled for September 21. We believe the new C20 will compete very well with the Apple's iPhone. With Apple's iPhone, well, C20, I just invented that. But yeah, this is how it is. We schedule for a specific time. We are going to introduce this product, the C20, in September 21 or September 21st. And well, we make another extra comment about it. Let's move on to the next one. Now, product life cycle. I may have made a mistake here. Let me correct it. Life cycle. Oh, I'm using the same color. Life cycle. Yes, pretty much it is just the amount of time people continue to buy a product. Yes, once people don't buy a certain product anymore, we're talking about we're saying that the product life cycle has ended, has finished, has been terminated. For example, the VHS was the most famous format in the 90s. We all know about this. Its life cycle. There's another little mistake in here. Let's get rid of it. Okay. Its life cycle lasted over a decade. So over 10 years. Over 10 years did the VHS format rule the video formats. Okay, so but now life cycle ended because the DVD came after it. Let's move on to the next one. Sales forecast. Now your sales forecast is how much a company thinks it will sell in a period of time. Yeah, this is like a prediction. Forecast stands for a prediction. Prediction. All right, it's a prediction. For example, according to our sales forecast, we believe more than 70% of our products will have been sold and distributed by the end of the next trimester. Okay, so we believe that all this will happen in this time. It's our prediction, it's our forecast, sales forecast. Let's move on to the next one. Now, sales target. Sales target. It means how much a company wants to sell in a specific period of time. So what is my objective? Yes, I want to sell, I don't know, 10,000 units, 1 million units, etc., etc. So yeah, your sales targets is your objectives, your aims. You can say aims too. Aims, AIMS. We have an example. Mr. Ramos has stated our sales target for the next month. I believe it is very unrealistic, especially now that the competition is so aggressive. So this person thinks that Mr. Ramos's Mr. Ramos's target in sales is not realistic. It's out of reality. Well, he has an argument. Competition is very aggressive right now. Maybe a little negative, so to speak. But this is a good example of how we can use the word sales target, our objectives. Okay, now the next one is advertising campaign, and it is a program of publicity strategies with specific objectives. We have objectives. So we're going to run. We're going to do ads. We're going to hit the social media. We're going to come up with a motto. Remember, forget the motto is a phrase, a catchy phrase. Catchy phrase. One of the most famous mottos ever is like "Just do it." Just do it by Nike. That's a motto. Yes. Okay. All right. Let's move on. We have an example. Our coming advertising campaign aims to enter the tablet PC market, beside the PC and laptop one. Okay, so now I sell PC and laptops. But I want to I'm just developing a new type of product, which is a tablet PC. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start hitting the social media. I'm going to start hitting the TV. I'm going to start making a lot of publicity in order to enter this market. So that's what an advertising campaign is for. Our next and last term here is advertising budget. We know that budget is an amount of money that we have, or a specific amount of money that we assign to something. Okay, so for example, the amount of money you have, this is the amount of money you have to advertise your product or your products. well, or your services too. Very different things, but well, it's important to know the difference between service and product. Example, now that our advertising budget was reduced, we have to be intelligent and use other means like social networks, promote word of mouth. Okay, so my advertising budget has been reduced, maybe by 50%. Now I don't have enough money to make publicity, but I can do. I can start working. I can start working with social networks, which most of the times it is free or not as expensive as broadcasting on TV, and it can promote word of mouth. You can ask your teacher for more explanation of this term. What else do we have here? Okay, I think that's it. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I hope that this was useful for you. I know that sometimes I have been increasing the level, the speed of the way I speak. Don't feel bad if you don't understand everything. This is with the objective of you understanding English better over practice. So the more you watch, the more you listen, you will start understanding more. Well, anyways, see you on our next video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.